at the end of each act, there is an ode where the chorus remains on stage. Remember we talked about this last time, and I said the odes are written kind of poetically, so they're very hard to understand. And also they're kind of like figurative, so they don't say exactly what they mean. We have to we have to interpret what they're trying to say. So we'll go through each stanza of this poem after the chorus reads it. Go ahead.
This world has many wonders, but nothing is more wondrous than Humidity. It crosses even the gray sky with a stormy south wind, passing under turning waves in open water. And the oldest of the gods, immortal, inexhaustible earth. It wears away with plows. It winds back and forth, year after year, turning up the soil with the offspring of forces.
Okay, so in this stanza, the chorus says that one of the greatest things on earth is
immortal.
No. Read. If you weren't listening, you probably have to go back and read. Humanity. Humanity is one of the most wonderful things on the planet. And humans are very powerful. They are able to curb the earth itself. They can cross the gray sea. They can wear away the earth itself with plows. So humanity is very strong. Okay, continue.
He captures and takes the blithy tribe of birds, and the races of beasts, and the salty brood of the sea, in the coils of woven net. A very skillful man, he rules with devices the mountain haunts of the wild animal, and tames the shaggy, naked horse with a yoke on its back, and the tireless mountain bull.
Okay, so the first stanza is about how mankind can mold the earth itself, the land and the water. This stanza is about how it can control animals. Every different kind of animal. So birds, beasts, the salty brood of the sea, the wild animals of the mountains, even the wild horse he has learned to control with a yoke. You know what a yoke is? Not an egg yolk.
Like, is it an animal?
No. Something to do with an animal. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you know, how many of you have ever had to lift up a 2x12 board? What can you tell me about them?
2x12. It's long.
Well, it could be any length, but it's 2 inches thick and 12 inches wide, and it weighs a lot. Very heavy. Okay, so a yoke is when you take 2 2x12s and you attach them together, and you cut a little notch in it to put it over the.
Oh, it's like what sits on top of it.
It's kind of like a harness. And old fashioned, we use different kinds of harnesses today, but back in ancient times, they used these enormous pieces of lumber, and they put them on the backs of horses and oxen, and then they drilled holes through it for the actual reins. Okay, so they're very heavy. And humans have used them to tame animals into doing tasks. Like, how did the Romans get these enormous columns built on these buildings? Animals. they attached a harness to the animal, and the animals pulled and raised these huge, heavy pieces of material.
How'd they build the pyramid?
Pyramids, pulleys. I don't know, maybe they use the animals. Okay, so he can control the earth, he can control the animals on the earth. What else can humanity do? Go ahead.
He taught himself language and wind-like throughout a city, ruling urgent how to flee the slings of frost under winter's clear sky and the arrows of stormy rain ever reforceful. Against no possibility is he at a loss. For death alone he finds no aid, but he has devised escape from impossible diseases.
Okay, so some other things that humanity has done. Taught himself how to speak.
Defeated diseases.
We'll come back. Go back to the top.
Sling of frost.
Taught himself how to, what's the second line say?
City ruling urgent.
So how to be a ruler or a leader. How to avoid snow and what somebody just said it, weather. How to like beat the weather. And even how to beat death. Even how to defeat death. Okay? Continue.
With clever creativity beyond expectation, he moves now to evil, now to good. The one who observes the laws of the land in justice are compact with the gods and honored in the city, but there is no city for one who participates in what is wrong, for the skate of daring. Let him not share my
Hearth.
Nor let me share his ideas who has done these things.
Okay, you can sit down for a minute. So you can work on the study guide. Okay, so what is mankind's greatest ability? So this is a list of all these things that humans can do. They can rule the sea and the land. They can rule the animals on the earth. They can speak and rule. They have mastered escaping the weather and even death. But the greatest ability of mankind is to do what?
You repeat the question. What's the greatest ability?
So the greatest is what? What is the greatest accomplishment of mankind? Or his greatest ability?
Now evil, now to
Okay, something about that. He can make a
change, like move to evil.
Change personalities.
He can make a decision every day about whether to be good or whether to be bad. So according to the chorus, which we could assume that the chorus is kind of representing Sophocles, the author, what he thinks about humanity, that the way that we act is not about fate, it's about choice. So do you choose to be evil or do you choose to be good? That is the most important ability that humans have.